Hello, folks. This is Anthony with the only Honda Snowblower channel on YouTube. Today, I want to tell you here it is, almost June 2025. We're living in some trying times right now. Expenses are going up everywhere, and I imagine that your prices for Honda snowblowers are going up and parts and everything. Let me give you some tips on how to get around this. I'm going to tell you what I've been doing for years to get around the high cost of used high prices on parts and machines. Now, first of all, let's say you got a 624 or an 828 like this one here. Did you know that a lot of parts are compatible with the 724 and the 624? And with the 828 and the 928, a lot of parts are compatible. So in the off season, in the summertime, prices are really, really low. And if you find somebody that's selling a parts machine, sometimes, like I did on this one, I got this for free. And you can get parts machines really cheap or free in the off season. So many parts that you need for your machines can be found in the used market. Now, if I'm working on somebody else's machine, and it needs bearings or it needs a cable or belts or something like that, or even a carburetor, I have to go out and buy a new one. I'm not going to use a used belt or cable or carburetor on somebody else's machine. But for my own machines, that's what I will do. I've got bins all over the garage with used parts from machines that I've picked up over the years. And I've got a lot of really good parts. I've got a whole box of belts. I've got new belts and I've got used belts, and most of the used belts are in pretty good condition. The machine that I got, maybe the owner had just replaced the belts and then they sold the machine to me, or they gave it away, because they upgraded, or maybe the transmission went out or the engine went out, and they put all new parts into it, so I can dismantle the machine and get the belts and get the cables and the other, even the carburetor. I've gotten free machines with brand new carburetors on them. So, you can really save a lot of money on parts if you look around for used machines or parts machines. You can get some really decent used parts. You can save a lot of money, especially where the parts are really going up now. Now, another thing that I do is I go to garage sales and I pick up tools. Now, on a Honda snowblower, you need mostly metrics, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter uh, metric wrenches, ratchet wrenches and sockets and all that, and pliers, little pliers and everything. You can pick this stuff up, really, really cheap at garage sales, estate sales, moving sales. I love going to sales in the summertime, and I'm always picking up extra tools. Now, another good place to get pretty good tools, Harbor Freight. I mean, the tools are really cheap, or a dollar store. I pick up a lot of tools at dollar stores that they're not really what do you call it, primary tools. They're like wire brushes and tape and picks and other stuff like that steel wool, shop materials, rags, stuff like that. It's not critical type tools, and you can get them at the dollar store. You can get them at Harbor Freight fairly cheap. I've got a bunch of angle grinders. When Harbor Freight has a sale on angle grinders up here, I get two or three. They used to be $95 for some of these. And now I think they're $15. So I don't have to change the disc all the time. I just, I mean, I've got about, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these. You know, I got a disc on this one. I might have a small, a lighter one on another angle grinder or whatever. I got a cutting wheel on one of them. You know, so there you go. You don't have to spend. I do have a couple really nice angle grinders, you know, that I paid $100 for. But when I'm just doing, you know, grunt work, you know, I don't really need a special, you know, heavy duty angle grinder. So I'll get, a $15 one at Harbor Freight every time they have a sale. And another thing I do, Harbor Freight has some great sales from time to time. I got these hardware organizers for $6 a piece. So I bought 4 or 5 of them. So I got a bunch of organizers, and I got these on sale too for my hardware. I started out with 1, and now I've got 5 of them. So if you have a lot of patience, and you know, you can look around and get this stuff at, you know, people practically give this stuff away at garage sales, you know. So there's another way, a great way to save money. And one other thing I could think of is that summertime is the best time to get the great deals on used Hondas. If you're thinking about upgrading to a new one, you can sell your old machine. And you should do it in the fall to get top dollar, or the winter time. But a lot of people don't have that choice. They're moving, you know, they're moving down south where there's no snow, and they need to get rid of their machine quickly. You know, somebody on our Facebook group, excuse me, they just picked up a really nice 928 for $200. I mean, around here they go for $2,000, you know, in the wintertime. And he got a steal off of that deal. So the deals are out there in the summertime. You just have to look, and not too many people are looking, so you're not going to have a lot of competition, you know. You might be the only person that replies to the ad. So I was fortunate enough to get this 624 for free. Excuse me, and I ended up servicing the owner's 928 because I was so grateful. I just said, hey, let me service your 928. You know, I'm really grateful for this parts machine. I can use the bucket and the augers and all these, you know, the tracks and everything else. I can dismantle this and use it for other machines. So that's my tip for the day. You can, you know, even though the prices are going up, excuse me, if they haven't gone up already, they're going to go up. You know, Honda snowblower parts come from all over the world, you know, like 25 different countries. And the parts suppliers, the dealers and everybody, they're not going to be able to eat the costs, and they're going to transfer the costs over to, you know, you and me. So I just wanted to give you a couple tips. I mean, what I do to save money when it comes to your Honda snowblower. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you think this video has helped you save money, and we'll see you next time.